So you clicked on this video for a reason, and I will just be going over it briefly. You've either missed ACHERON'S banner, or you pulled on her and you want her idolized. So you went for easier ACHERO, and you for some reason did not get her LIGHTCONE like me. And kudos to you, you won the 75-25 for her LIGHTCONE, and you got it. So what does the LIGHTCONE actually give you? Well, it gives you a huge 36% crit damage increase, which that is essentially slapping on 2 to 3 pieces that have crit damage substats in it. And the other thing is that it also inflicts a debuff called Mirage Fizzle. Essentially allows you to do more ultimate damage. It is a free inner solder piece, and it is a free debuff on Acheron. So you can debuff enemies with Acheron. Instead of getting 1 stack, you're getting 2 stacks per skill. Oh, what relics should you be running on Acheron? So here I'm going to show you a list of relics that you can use on Acheron if you are playing a certain team comp, because I know everyone does not play the same team comp apparently. So the first relic we're going to get out of the way is the weakest relic, or the most niche relic, which is the prisoner set. This prisoner set allows you to ignore 18% of the enemy's defense when there's 3 dots on the target. And I would say if you are building a Acheron build, then this is very useful, especially if you have all 4 characters: Robin, Kafka, Black Swan, of course Acheron. Or you can swap out your Robin for the Jiao Shou, all DOT characters. And you know what they do? They all apply debuffs, which are DOTs. Next up on the list is the Scholar Lost in Erudition. Now, a lot of players will not have access to this if they have not played the game, but if they have played up to Pentacone, you should at least have this unlocked. Most likely unlocked. What it does is it gives you a fat 8% crit rate increase, which is equivalent to a Celsodo piece. And it also allows your Acheron to do a lot more ultimate damage and a lot more skill damage, up to 20% increase. But if you do use your ultimate, then it increases your skill damage by 25%, which we all know Acheron does a lot of skill damage as well, because that is her main stick. Use skill and use ultimate. So I think Scholar Lost in Erudition is actually not a bad choice. It is overall a very good piece to build. And last but not least, we have the Pioneer Diver set. Now the Pioneer Diver set is obviously going to be her best in slot, because with the 2-piece you can just flat out do 12% increased damage because they already had debuffs on them. And for the 4-piece effect, gives you a 4% crit rate, but it's doable. But the main kick here is it gives you 12% crit damage when you're hitting enemies that have debuffs. If Acheron is inflicting debuffs, which she is with her signature LIGHTCONE, you're gonna do 24% increase in crit damage instead of 12%. But I would say that the Scholar Lost in Erudition set is way better for Acheron if you do not have her LIGHTCONE, and that is saying big numbers, I say. But I still think the Scholar Lost in Erudition is still better than Pioneer Diver set, and is much more efficient because you can farm the other relic set instead of just farming the break effect set, which is not universal if you're not running the break set. Hey, it is what it is. At least you have 2 alternatives instead of 1 when you're going for Acheron. Now, how much is the difference between the LIGHTCONE and without the LIGHTCONE? Well, I would say I cleared in about the same amount of cycles as I did without the LIGHTCONE than I did with the LIGHTCONE. Mostly a relic issue. But I would say that it is definitely more comfortable with the LIGHTCONE instead of without the LIGHTCONE, because I found myself multiple times having to reset because Acheron did not get enough stacks. But if you do have Jiao Shou, then it doesn't really matter if you get the LIGHTCONE or not. But if you do, then you will be hitting over 800k. And I have the right to brag because I have both. It's just on different accounts. Now we're reaching near the end of the video, so I would like if you could subscribe to my channel if you want to be updated on the latest news. But without further ado, we're done with this Acheron review, and I hope y'all got some pretty good information. So I'll be seeing you guys next time. We cooking.